ShotQuality Live BetCast. Back to the action. ShotQuality Live BetCast. Let's get the 600 kiss of death sprinkle.
Oh no! I give it 2 big dooms.
From the basement, from the garage, from an idea. Now, hopefully going to break 1,000 viewers again today. Now,
we'll be out in Vegas.
Gang hits Vegas.
that crunch. When you hear that crunch, it means we're hitting it twice for a better price. Take your heart right. We'll be hanging around Planet Hollywood.
Vegas is going to be awesome, though. We're going to have live shows.
You guys should all come.
If you can trust your data quickly and be correct, you're going to win in this market. And that's what ShotQuality gives you.
I believe we sleep in May, Justin.
Welcome in to what we are calling a mega stream evening here on ShotQuality Live BetCast. I'm Justin Perri. That is, of course, Alec the Musa. And we're going to be with you for a while tonight, starting off with a little bit of BetCast, some live betting, some good stuff there. And then jumping into some HoopsChat, a little talk about college basketball, non-conference schedules, tournaments, getting a little excited about what is a few months away, which maybe means a lot more BetCast, Moose. But let's get into it. We got, of course, ShotQuality Live, the Score Center pulled up here. 3 WNBA games going on right now, 2 getting into the second quarter, which means we're here in the minute getting ready to go. And you can see our next show, our next BetCast is going to be Thursday the 24th. I didn't change that, but it's Thursday the 24th. It's my apologies. Maybe I'll flip through that while Moose is talking later.
Unacceptable. Keep going.
It's unacceptable, I know, Moose. But hey, we got a couple games. The Sparks just closed this half on an 11-3 run. They were down pretty big, but all of a sudden it looks like they've come back. So do you want to start the game at the halftime? I'm not seeing anything crazy. Maybe jumping in here on the Fever with the Liberty going crazy. But where are you looking to get started, Musa? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I am ready for a little WNBA action. I think where we obviously need to start is the Fever at Liberty, just because Caitlin Clark and everyone wants
and
to know.
John Paul Jones is back. So this is, if you're here for the WNBA, you're excited about this because Jones hasn't played for a while. I don't know if she's played this season, honestly. I'm not the savant, but it looks like everything's on point. Only Natasha Howard a little hot. Seeing Dantas cold here, expected to have 3 points, but everyone on point, essentially, Musa. I'm on Sabrina tonight. Getting her to get to 18 would be pretty big for me. It's been a slow start for her, a slow start for Breanna Stewart as well, who's on my my full card. But what are you noticing about this? Are you looking to get in on Indiana? How do you feel about it? Are we just trusting the data? Because Fever expected to be winning this game right now, and the Liberty are shooting out of their socks.
Yeah, it looks like no CC. That's on me. I thought she was fine. Oh, I know she's been banged up. She didn't play last game, right, with the lower body thing. So
she didn't play the All-Star game. She hasn't really been going. Yeah, so she's not doing too great.
Liberty, I mean, they're a wagon.
The red cup, huh?
Oh, look at you partying like it's 2007.
Yeah, wow.
Liberty are legit. Like, it's still one of the best teams in the W. Closes a 10-point favorite. No shock that they're up 8, even though ShotQuality is saying it should be a little bit closer, actually even a Fever lead. But I'm going to go ahead and stay away from this one just because, I mean, the Fever are without their best player, their engine, if you will, for the offense, and Caitlin Clark. And if you go down to their shot taking, they're 3-and-D, sure, but a lot of average shots. I guess same for the Liberty, but not
getting the Liberty to take bad shots. I like that. I like that call. It's tough. I'm not really sure I want to bet this either. It's a little bit of a gross one. I don't hate maybe going under on Natasha Howard, though. How about a player prop? We want to get the game started off here, get a little pick going, get the juices flowing, Musa. We need a little bit of something. Natasha Howard, with that hot start, calls for a little bet on the under, I think. So I'll go find that, and I'll line that one up and get us started with our first bet of the night. So Natasha Howard points under live currently. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Under 16.5, minus 118. So we will lock that one. My mouse just froze. Sorry. We will lock that one in. All right, so Natasha can't get another, 9 points? That would be bad. Okay, I'm into it. It's going to be an interesting game here. Expect her to continue to be involved, but shot quality saying some of the shots that she's taking probably a bit lucky. So all we need is a bit of an edge. All that has to happen is she scores 16 or less, of course. I mean, talking to some pretty experienced bettors here at the beginning of the show, I am sure. So thank you all for tuning in. Don't have to explain props too much,
You mean to say stuck, Jason? Stuck? I might have been stuck. As I stare into the abyss, I could have been it.
Hopefully it's working. We're only streaming these days on the ShotQualityBets account, so make sure that you guys have the video alerts on for ShotQualityBets accounts. Trying to keep it a little bit cleaner in terms of where the broadcasts are coming from. It's just a little bit easier. And of course, YouTube being the main way to support the channel. So if you have not subscribed, do us the favor and do so. Get the notifications when we schedule the streams and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, sorry, Moose, what were we saying?
You just asked if I was okay, and I said that was a loaded question. But so you have the one play in the Liberty Fever game. I'm leaning no in general.
All right. Look, you don't want to dip your toes in. Let's go into the game.
For now, it's time.
Look, we got 3 games today. That's not a shortage by any means for the W. And I think we even have another couple starting up. Yeah, well, no, they're at 10. That's my apologies. But Sparks Mystics, like we said, we saw a big run there at the end of the half. Mystics only scored 9 in the second quarter after 26 in the first. So there's some evidence of shot quality doing its job. Very hot into very cold. What do we do with a game like this, Musa?
You look at the player level, obviously, and that's where you find
Stevens red hot, Jackson ice cold, everything else going pretty well.
I think that's the play right there, big dog. Big dog.
Which one, the over or the under?
The player level, the over.
Okay. Jackson, I think you get that line. You'll see Azura Stevens lines as well. The under 15.5 for Stevens and Jackson. I don't hate this for Jackson. I was already on her. She's been a little cold. She's hard to trust. But I mean, over 7.5. I think we've played this before, Musa. Remember, she hasn't finished a game cold in a long time. So I really like this. You want to squad ride this bad boy over 7.5 minus 138?
Yeah, you might as well just press a button so they know. We don't need to press the individual levels. I'm just looking for it right now. But yeah, I'm taking it.
La 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 la, would you like get my money right? I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace.
Yeah, 138. A wee juiced, but it's worth it.
A wee bit juiced. But you have to think she's going to be a little bit involved, especially with the team up. It looks like a nice.
We get her closing line even, basically, or we get her closing line in half, and just get paid. I know she only has 2 points, but I mean,
you're essentially expecting her to get back on track. You don't need her to necessarily overperform, really. But we'll see. She's not on the floor right now, I believe. So of course there are lots of things you can do in this game to give yourself an edge. Lots of people try to bet based on where the player is, if they're, at breaks, all this types of stuff. But, yeah. Oh, no, she is on the floor. Or she was to end the quarter. She has 7 shots, again, which is second most on the team. Plum has 3 shots. I like Kelsey Plum as that second half player too, Musa. I know you're a big Kelsey Plum fan. I feel like she tends to turn it on in the second halves of games. Before the break, she maybe not. Sometimes she just does it the whole game. But I don't mind the second half game for her here. She tends to play hard in the fourth, especially if it's a close game. So what do you think? You like Kelsey Plum, or are you staying away from that?
Dude, you know I'm a stickler for emojis. I feel like you of all people.
I know, but this isn't necessarily. She's 1 point. She's 1 SQ point away from the emoji. She has 2.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So it's a special scenario.
I give you the stamp of approval. I'm not going to take it, but I see where you're coming from, actually. So
okay,
yes, I do like
9.5. I mean, when was the last
keep my eye on it though?
When was the last time Kelsey Plum finished with less than 10 points in the game? 16, 20, 23, 17, 20, 13, 22, 21, 20, 15, 20, 13, 11. She's not finishing with less than 10. I would be impressed. Kelsey Plum over 9.5, minus 135. Lock that bad girl in. You can't say bad boy. It's the W.
Okay, Rich Hill. I see where you're coming from.
I like that play. That's a good play.
No, I'm not against it. Not
That's
against
a good play. Kelsey Plum. So much so that I might double tap it now.
Okay. Double dip.
I'm not joking. I'm gonna go 2 units on it right now. Over 9.5 minus 135 for 2 units. I'm double dipping right here.
I don't think I've ever seen a double dip before an actual minute of competition has gone on between the.
I think then you also have to do Azura Stevens under 15.5 points minus 110. So a triple play here. All correlated. Could probably parlay them. Honestly. Tell you the dang old truth, Moose.
What, parlay Kelsey Plum over 9.5 and Kelsey Plum over 9.5?
No, Plum.
That'd be cool.
Plum over 9.5. Stevens under 15.5, which is now already 4.5, 14.5.
And then Plum over 3 is 4.5.
She's gonna have the ball in her hand. But all right, we got another game that we haven't talked about, which is going as you might expect. Links in the sky, all close together here. I think this is a interesting spot, a 24-point quarter for the Sky. Not expected to be anything different. How do you feel about this? Interesting shot distribution. A lot more shots from Minnesota. Expected to be winning.
Oh, wow.
Player level, a lot of emojis. Musa, Williams, cold. Bantams hit 2. I'm guessing this is 2 big threes. A 2-6.
Angel Reese, 7 points on 9 expected.
Right.
Yeah, Bonham. Damn, girl. Bridget Carlton. Let's see what they're offering me over at the good old FanDuel.
I mean, this is moving pretty quick. This is a lot of shots.
Bridget Carlton's over 12.5 right now. She is on fire. Under 12.5. Courtney Williams.
Do we do Bridget Carlton under, or is she going to keep going? 12.5.
I'd almost want to go
low.
Player profile while we're at it.
Courtney Williams to basically get to her line is like 13.5 for her.
It's pretty inflated in my opinion. Jeez.
Well, no, I think it's because of usage.
Yeah.
Right. So
I'll do 13.5. I'll do 13.
I like that. I like that. Is that and that's your? I'll let you ride on that. What do you get? Minus 102. There you go.
Yeah, I like it. Scores 14 points per game. Going off her game logs, it's been, she played in the All-Star game, but before that, 12, 18, 13, 16, 21, 25, 15. And more importantly, you said usage, 14 shots, 17 shots, 18 shots, 16 shots, 15 shots, 16 shots. She'll get love.
Yep. What about Collier only has 2 points? what a weird night. Everyone coming back from the All-Star break. Tough to figure this one out. Expecting Fee to get to 14.5 still on the over. So 12 points shouldn't be much of a problem for her, they're saying. I don't know. It's a night where they just stay quiet, where stars just stay quiet. I mean, we can go back to our friends here in New York. We still haven't seen much from Sabrina. We still haven't seen much from Stewart. It's a lot of distribution. We got 4 other players with 5. And it's another high-scoring affair. Aaliyah Boston now looking a little cold. Natasha Howard a little hot over here, Musa. Anywhere you want to get in. Jonquel Jones, the green light to shoot on her first night back from injury. 4 points cold. Sabrina, 3 points cold. You want anything in this game now that it's developed a little in the second quarter?
I love that name, by the way, Jonquel Jones.
Great basketball name for sure.
Shoot, you make good points, Justin. You make good points.
Hopefully the players we take on overs make some points too.
Well, shot quality did have the Fever as cold. The Liberty is hot. Now, I know we were thinking the catalyst for the offense of the Fever was unavailable, so things might tend to go the other way regardless of what shot quality was saying. Shot quality just spit back in our face, said, nah, data was right. Now it's almost
Data's always right. Never try to be smarter than the data is probably the easiest way to sleep at night. Blame the data, live by the data, die by the data.
You got me now thinking about this whole all-star thing. Like, outside Kelsey Mitchell, like Boston's cold, Sabrina's cold. I guess Stewie's right. Well, not a lot of look, but 4 for 4. Ah, man. So, dude, this is the second show in a row we've done where the Liberty have played and Sabrina Ionesco is cold.
She's the pick of the day. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, and we did well going into the All-Star break and pick of the day. I think we're 8-4 on POTD this season for the W, which is good. I mean, again, it's what are you gonna ask more for that? I think I'm 17-13 overall on WNBA props on the season for SQ, which we are doing on the Bet blog, which is for site members. So if you want to get the WNBA props every day, just got to read my blog, which I update like midday every single day. It's right over here.
I might do Sabrina. Right now it's sitting at 13.5 minus 102. The vlogs do look really nice, by the way. Let me look at that.
Hey.
Chef's kiss, if you will, Bob. Hey, it's you.
We have every play tracked. We're on Rakia, so that's not going well. On Brianna and Sabrina, so looking like a 0-3 start. But hopefully we get one of them to turn up. That'd be great. But yeah, sitting here 17-13, 8-4. So we have a little wiggle room. Not that I want to use it, but of course check this out every day. The other offerings that are free are these previews that are all loaded with shot quality stats that you can, read on the bus or on the toilet. And then the pick of the day is also free, but it's just so that you can find the pick easily. So hopefully Sabrina figures it out, averaging 21.2 shot quality points in her last 5 games. So it's nothing crazy, but we use the prop tool that is available for the W here to evaluate what's going on. Not too many games. We still got games left to tip off tonight, so you can still see what's going on.
Now we grab it. 12.5 minus 125. After you're showing me that she's been hot. That's the last couple of games. 21 point, what?
That's Sabrina.
Yep. 12.5. I waited just for it to tip.
What was
down.
the line?
Minus 125. I could have got 13.5 at like plus 102, but I'd rather
look at the Fever winning the game right now as well, and expect it to be doing so.
Yeah, I expect a little bit more. Stewie to get on some asses there at half or something. So
this is that's a lot. That's a lot of emojis. I mean, when we first on this game when the show started up, Moose, there were not too many. So, what do you make? What do you make of that?
Well, I mean, that's what I got in Sabrina.
You want any of these unders? Are we good? So here's here's the question.
There's a lot to think about. I just think
a lot to think about. This is honestly as much as we probably could have asked for in terms of gripping content of how to attack this type of scenario. First of all, who's available in this game? So not too many players.
A lot of them. Sabrina is
Burke, Cloud, and Harrison. Only Cloud's available.
Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So do you take Natasha Cloud under 10.5 minus 138?
I mean, I think despite what now it's actually saying the Fever are a little hot. I think the Liberty come back and win this game.
That's not what the data says. I'm not taking that.
I know.
But it doesn't say the Liberty are expected to be winning.
But I just think
two very different things.
They close as a 9.5 point favorite. You gotta think there's gonna be a
so then if you want to fade the Fever, I think you got to fade them on the team total.
Yeah. Oh, good point. Good fucking A. Good point. I didn't even think.
Because then at least you don't care if the Liberty stay.
Yeah. No, I didn't think of that.
It's what I'm here to do, baby. But yeah,
I mean, this is right.
Pretty interesting.
God damn it! Why didn't I think of that?
There are some live player points, but DraftKings on other books, DraftKings only offers overs again, and it's only on certain games. They do have some good. They do have team props though, which I don't think FanDuel has. So you can take the Fever under 83.5 minus 120. Which would work.
I don't know how I didn't think of that. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. 83.
I like that. I'm gonna take that one with you. Under 83.5 minus 120. We'll squad ride it. I'm sure Max would be on board if you were here. So.
La 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 la, wait till I get my money right. I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace.
All right. I don't think that's. I mean, I guess you could also take spread, but I wouldn't if you wanted to find other ways to get in on that. If your book didn't have team props live for the WNBA, but I do think this is largely the best way to do it. But yeah, I'd like to be able to go under on Kennedy Burke. I'd like to be able to go under on Isabel Harrison. I just, the books, they know. What about Kelsey Mitchell, who has gone nuclear here to finish?
I'm good enough with just a team, but you just rode with it. Dude, I got a lot of action on this for a game where I said
this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun.
Remember when we first got to it, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not interested in this game. And I have 3 plays on it, I believe. So
Liberty expected to win still. They are getting a point here. It's 46-40. This is gonna be a good game to watch. And if you are hanging out with us tonight, you do notice does say MEGASTREAM. It's because HoopsChat is every Tuesday night at 9:15, and we might push it back a little bit. There's a lot of good WNBA betting. We're gonna do the WNBA betting first, and then we're gonna dive into some fun topics. We'll switch the graphic over and we'll record it for the web show. I'm slowly in the process of uploading the first 2 episodes. The one with Matt Winnick is on the YouTube, which is a little reorganized, so it doesn't start off with me at circa yelling at your face, which is fine sometimes. But I do think it's nice to have the episode with Matt, which was a really great conversation. Really excited, hopefully, to have Matt a little bit more present on the site this season and hopefully have some really great college basketball analysts stopping by the show all year long. There's honestly been a really good push in college hoops for more content, which is awesome, and we're excited to be a part of that. So expect to see some familiar faces from across the college basketball sphere and maybe a few different names than what you're used to from us here at SQB, because that's not as much betting, right? But that's not right now. For now, we got a bunch of plays, so I don't have Max on the sheet tonight, but I'll read you out everything we have. We took Natasha under 16.5. We took Rakia Jackson over 7.5 as a squad ride. I'm on Natasha. Moose isn't. I took Kelsey Plum for a double dip over 9.5 points. She hasn't finished under 10 points in a long time. And again, just come on, Kels. Stevens, I took in a little bit of a correlation play, and then We have Williams and Sabrina going over, and Fever team total under as another squad ride. And Musa's on those last two, Williams and Sabrina. I am not. But all right, it's a busy show. It's a busy W show. How you feel about your plays, Moose? We are at the half now here in this game. So what you're seeing is the official halftime numbers. Howard, I believe, scored 2 more points. She was at 8. She finished the half at 10, which I think is a pretty solid win. Brianna Stewart got another bucket in. Sabrina not really doing her things. Getting another 15 points in that second half is going to be tough.
Well, the Sparks game started, and we're pretty deep into the third quarter.
We're up in the third there. Let's go check that out. Let's go check that out.
Rakia Jackson has not done jack diddly squat.
Well, she hit a 3. So I think she had 2.
Oh, that just happened like a second ago. I kid you not.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Because when I looked, it was 7 and 2. That just just happened.
Nice. I'm into it. I'm fine with that. Azura Stevens, I think. What was the number for her?
Ooh, I doubt it.
Was it 15 and a half? Did she already hit that? Is that possible? Wow. She just going ballistic here?
Well, you still have one more point to play with.
Yeah, she hit a 25.3.
25.3 pointer? Damn.
25-foot 3-pointer, sorry.
Same thing.
She has, in the third quarter alone, 6 points. Jeez. Did Kelsey Plum just hit a 3, though? Yes. The GOAT.
Kelsey Goat Plum.
So only 5 more points for the GOAT to hit the double. But all right, let's calm down, Stevens. Let's pass to Jackson for the rest of the game, okay? There's another 2. Rakia Jackson at 7. That's what I'd like to see. So there's a quick 5 points.
One more point
for Jackson. Right? Yes, 1 more point to cash our first pick of the night. But I don't think Stevens is going to win. That's fine. If we lose one, if we get Rakia and lose Stevens and win Plum, that's +2 units. So I'm all in on that. And this is a tight game. We got some time to go, but this is going to be good. You like a live under maybe before we get to the fourth? Expected to have 10 less points.
This thing really is popping off.
That's popping off, man. I mean, that is a bonus of 9 points in the quarter. I think there's a lot of reason to say this thing slows down.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against it. Wow, I'm
going to go with a live under. Let's see if we can shop live under 170.5 here for this one. Yeah, that's over at FanDuel right now. 170, 168.5 minus 122. I was a little slow to the trigger. Sorry, just getting this in. I see 169s out there. Again, if you don't like a line, wait 30 seconds and hope that we were wrong in those 30 seconds. And if you think we're going to be right, god dang, get in. But all right, you're watching ShotQuality Live BetCast. Station identification on the ones.
Hell yeah.
All right. Chicago Sky kind of slowed down there at the half.
You're still on the Sparks on the thing. There we go.
I was getting there. Everybody hot. No team expected to be doing better than they are. Every team expected to be doing worse. Rare air. Don't see that a lot.
I'm with it though. I know you just jumped on that Sparks game, but
I jumped away from it. I'm on Lynx now.
No, but didn't you just take the under? Didn't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jumped on the bet. Yes. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, I just want to see these other two games.
Collier scored a couple buckets there at the end, which we could have probably predicted. Man, the Lynx are good because they have so many good players. Smith, Carlton, Williams, McBride, Collier, like all are like they're very nice.
Like nice people?
Yeah. Very nice ladies. It's tough to beat them. They got talent, man. They got talent. I don't really like anything here in the quarters. We took an under there. We're at the halftime here for Liberty. Nothing really in the shot selection for me. Liberty taking a lot less bad shots. Rim and three, very smart from Fever. Liberty also adhering to the same strategy, 13 combined mid-range shots compared to 27 and 30 combined three and rim shots respectively. So I don't know. I mean, is this a spot where you take the under here as well? It's a little bit slimmer, 6 points. And we're already on the Fever under, which I do think they cooled a little. But yeah, not yet. I agree. I think we're right to be on the Fever side of it for the under with, maybe some championship defense coming out from the Liberty. Who knows? We only have one game going. It's over here. Rakia, 10 points. Come on.
Good.
How about 14? Come on, baby. Let's go. That's a cash. That's a green check mark.
Mark it right now. Show the people.
Yeah.
Show the people.
I have on my notes app.
Okay, don't show the people.
I don't have it. So I'm writing it down where I write all my bets. But I mean, that's a green check. Can I show it? I don't know how that. I'd have to stop showing the screen and it would look professional. And I could do that. That's a good call, Musa. That's a good call, my friend. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's not even focusing. You can just see the ring light. Okay. Anyway, cash. I marked it down. Come on, now we just need Kelsey Plum to keep scoring. She's at 5. That's gonna be interesting because she has 1 quarter. She has 1 quarter to go. We needed to score 5 points.
I'm going to be scored. I mean, you did double.
Please don't pass it to Azura. No more.
Kia Jackson.
Kelsey Plum 3. Let's go. Oh, it's done. Come on. That line, 9.5, that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
And you might be – you in your bag? You in your bag?
I hope so. I mean, baseball was looking a little iffy when I came onto the show, so I hope so.
Oh, everyone should know that you love Zach Allen. It's kind of an issue, but other than that.
Shush. How's that going? Let me check in. I don't really be checking in. Interesting. Hell yeah. Got an unexpected win. Love that. I love that. Was not expecting to win that one. That's a 2-unit swing that I was predicting to go the other way. That's cool. Cool. What's up? Welcome back to the show. I'm Justin Perri. That's Alec Musa. We're hanging out, doing some WNBA live betting. We've already hit a bet since the show started, 35 minutes ago? Squad rided it, hit the graphic, hit the music, and got it home before the 4th quarter started, might I add. That game was at the half, and Rakia Jackson has absolutely gone crazy, which is great because I bet on her to score 14 points. So I need her and Kelsey Plum to keep going. All right. She's 11. Maybe at the free throw line for 12. I love it. She's been looking good. I'm telling you. Rakia Jackson doesn't finish games cold. A great player to invest in when she's cold. And that alone should be enough for you to be like, shot quality is pretty cool. Because I don't watch the WNBA. I know I like the WNBA. I do not watch it. I barely – if you guys knew, compared to a lot of people, how little – basketball I need to watch because of what the data does. the right people would probably be more impressed with the data. Some people would be like, what the hell's wrong with you? But
They call you a nerd.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like we've slowly gotten away from that word meaning smart.
What, because anyone can use it?
I don't know. People call themselves like, I think it means more like an enthusiast now,
Okay.
Rather than like, I don't know. Which is fair. It's like over enthusiastic about something, but whatever. I digress. We got a good one. We got a barn burner. Sparks Mystics. That under looking a little dumb.
Dude, Mystics they're swinging a hot bat, so to speak.
They're swinging a hot bat is right. That line that we took at 168 is now 176. So as good as we might be in some places, we are bad in others. We have an obligation to double dip. So under. So you're going to get here. You're going to get Data Trust. I got 177.5 minus 114 on the under.
What was the other one? You had 165?
168, not 165. Yeah. Thank God it's not that crazy. 12 points be nuts. But yeah, I mean, this game's tied. They're going crazy. Data says at some point this fourth quarter's got to slow down. So I would take the fourth quarter total, but it's the same thing. They're at the break. 32 and 27. Man, almost 60 points in a WNBA quarter is pretty crazy because, again, this is a 10-minute quarter. So you're talking about three points per minute for both teams. That's pretty high. It's pretty high. All right. We'll see. Hopefully it works out in our favor. We aren't against it. It's been a lot of Rakia. So hopefully, we're on like both sides here. She has 12. Plum, we need 2 more. But like maybe it's just Kelsey Plum's point, and that's the rest of the whole night, But all right, Moose, what are you thinking here? Where you want to look? We got like 10 minutes until we transition into some topics.
I mean, we're 2 games that haven't moved. So there's really nothing to see, Like,
yeah, well, do you want to take like we usually go right into that halftime. So are you good here? Are we good here? You took Courtney Williams. We're not going against Kayla McBride. We're not going against.
There was a lot in here to unpack, a lot in this to unpack, but I like the Lynx, their star player, to get hot.
Okay.
That's really how I saw it. It's tough for me to always take hot players in close games because, I'm not going to act.
This isn't a close game anymore.
True. Oh, yeah. True.
They absolutely bodied them in the second quarter.
I guess I'll add a play. I didn't even notice.
Absolutely bodied them. I mean, it was a tale of 2 quarters. So now you're going to see which one was more legit. Chicago by 6 in the first quarter. Lynx by 15 in the second. So, kind of showed them up, no?
No, you're definitely right. I'm seeing that. What is it? Bonaham? Is it?
Banahan? I don't. You're gonna make me say
Banham.
Right.
Banham. I'll take Banham under 11.5.
All right, Banham under 11.5. I'll
let the people
Banham
know. Banham under 11.5.
Where is she? Oh, I like that. She hit those 2 threes. Yeah. We should have done that a while ago, but it's all right. What's that line at? Got a nice little one. What'd you get? 128. I saw 132, but I think
132.
Okay. Kayla McBride under 17.5 minus 114 is a little scary for me. I'm going to be real. I get that the ball's probably going to Courtney Williams and Fee to finish this one out. Let me see. What about Alana Smith? Wow, 12-1 run for the
That's
Lynx.
not a bad one. That's not a bad one. I'm just going to stick with Courtney Williams.
Alana Smith just hit a big three. So, yeah, the game just started. There, we are back. I'll let it ride. Let's see if this one goes to blowout territory too. You know, this could get very interesting in that respect as well. 2 quick misses for Chicago to open the quarter, and the Lynx hit a 3 to officially go hot. It's about what's been happening. It means this one should get into the third now as well. So we'll watch it a little bit. We'll do a little bit a half and half. You know, oh my God, did the Lynx hit another 3? Oh no, McBride. Glad I didn't take that one. Cardoso miss. Oh God, this is about to get very ugly very fast. Sky are now officially cold, or on the cold side of the pillow, I guess. Oh boy, I don't know.
Getting ugly quick.
Bantam turnover.
Good.
Uh-oh. Here we go. We're going to see 55. No, Collier missed. Oh, blocked by Angel Reese. All right, there we go. Big block.
Did she get a me bound too or no?
I don't think that counts because me bounds are offensive. Carlton misses 3 for the Lynx. Oh, man. Gotta love the W. We're looking good on that Chicago Scott. Excuse me. Chicago
You good?
Scott.
I said me bounce and he almost died.
Oh, we did fever. We did fever under 83. Sorry. That's not looking great, I will tell you, because the Fever are winning this game. They're up 7. Sophie Cunningham just hit a 3. Brianna Stewart missed a 2. So it's a quick 5-2 start over here. All right, here comes Jonquel Jones. This is going to be an interesting one. This one might have some under potential too for us. We already have it a bit, but we'll see. Should be fun. Ooh, Sparks Mystics isn't cooling off. What's that total at? We got the double dip there. Stevens hasn't scored. Rakia's at 17. She's absolutely nuclear. Let's go. Cash the full game.
Player?
I don't know. There's a little bit of iffiness, of course, with some of the smaller leagues. You got to remember that the WNBA, to our system, is an 11-team league. There you go. It heard you. Pulled it right off. It did not let that happen. My guess is that the system was processing who a shot belonged to. And you just get that. So Sparks Mystics live total 178 is what I just saw. So we're all right. We're sitting there. Fever currently still expected to come back and win this game, even though they are losing. Live line for Chicago Sky, 22.5. Woo, doggy. That is ugly. What do you make of that? You like a 22.5 spooky? Come on. It's only expected to be 10, Musa. What are you waiting for?
That's it. Well, because that's a Justin Perri special.
Wow, it's a Justin.
It is. You know, I
expected to be 9 points
once in my life.
Coming off of 29. Yeah, 24 and a half. 24 and a half minus 120. Lock it in. Terrible. I hate it. I hate myself.
No.
Feels disgusting. Shy Sky plus 24.5 minus 120, folks. I just put my own hard-earned money that they pay me for making this show on this bet. They don't make me put my own money on it. It is not a contract stipulation. I do it because honor is one of the few things we have in this world. But my God.
You preaching right now or what?
I look. Fate alone moves the world. No. I'm just happy the software is working today, man. We had to cancel the last show. That wasn't fun. Lynx are up 20. We just took the other side. Chicago hasn't even scored this half. And the Lynx have almost scored what Chicago had in the second. And I'm right here telling you right now, you can still get 24 and a half at minus 114. And I believe it is a good value. See what happens when you lie? Your co-host starts coughing from half a country away. No, I'm not lying, obviously, but see what happens when you're forced into these types of things. I don't know. We've taken crazier bets, Musa. That's like our whole thing. We've taken crazier bets. We got a lot of bets tonight. It's been a fun one. We're gonna do some hoops chat. We're gonna talk just a little bit about some college basketball, which is, of course, we're all just counting down the days. I know what's today, 7th month of the year. We're waiting for the 11th month of the year. Almost 3 months, 3.25 months out.
Yep.
Quarter of a year. It's
we still gotta get to football before we really could start.
Football, bro.
Basketball.
That's so funny. I barely. Oh my God! It's a 20-1 run for the Lynx.
Poor Angel Reese.
20-1. But football's so funny because I barely tap in, and I still do a decent job running my friends around in a circle.
Understand we got to get there before we get to college basketball. It's the order of operations.
True.
Lay of the land.
PEMDAS for
PEMDAS.
Sports. Man. Thank gosh. Kelsey Plum's going to score some points, right? How's she doing? How we doing? Kelsey at 8. We just need one more bucket, girl. Rakia at 17. Stevens is on the bench. Tight. The plus minus here is crazy. Burrell is plus 15 for the Sparks, while no other player is better than plus 6. A plus 6, a plus 4, a plus 15. Stevens is minus 5. So even with her points, she doesn't. She's they're losing when she's on the floor. Fascinating. We got some points for the Sky. Unfortunately, though, it was Rachel Banham, so she's at 8 points, Moose. So you need her to not get another 4. But, they're just not scoring, so.
I'm not too worried about that.
I understand. See if we can find another play. Nice long episode, MEGASTREAM night. Thank you all for tuning in with us. I know, beautiful July evening. No shame in a low number night for us here because, we want you guys to live your life. We'll be putting out the episode of HoopsChat on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed if you missed our opening discussion of that. Make sure you're looking at the pick of the day. I don't think that we're going to get a lot of love from Sabrina, but maybe she'll have a Rakia Jackson-esque run. That'd be cool. But if you're looking for more props, of course, members get access to all this fun data. See who's hot and cold last 5, 10, 20 games. See how Asia Wilson's been doing. Loads up pretty fast. Some pretty good stuff. She's been good going into, takes over games. 34-37 going into the break. 29. Line sits there at 23.5. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe you look at this graph and you say, all right, well, if I'm betting on her, I should be betting her to break 25. 23. Good 25. And Haley Van Lith coming in for Chicago, getting some time. Reese sitting down. Banham sitting down. So that's good for you, Moose.
Good for Haley Van Lith. She deserves it.
Sparks Mystics still tight. See what these lines are at. I just like watching how the bets are going based on the way the lines look. Still 177.5 on that total. We played at 177.5, so you can get in where we got in. It's still pretty equivalent to what the edge was when we played it. Fever Liberty is going to be a really good finish. Do you have any take on who wins that one? The shot quality data says Fever do it, and everyone says they do better when Caitlin sits. They're on pace.
I refuse to believe that's true, but I know that someone said
it's a very highly regurgitated point on WNBA Twitter. At least I'll say
wrong. But
that's probably correct. Usually, highly regurgitated things on Twitter are wrong. You don't want to be correct on Twitter at this point.
It is a little crazy though that that's why shot quality is such a beautiful thing, because you would think Liberty -9.5, Liberty playing.
They were -11 at one point, -550 on the money line.
Caitlin Clark, the numbers tell you that they should win this game no problem, but shot quality this whole time has been telling you that the Fever should be winning, and this whole time the Fever -1 little spot there in the
22, 24, 23, 19. So yeah, they're playing a good game at the very least, right? They've kept pace. If you saw that at the half, there was not much there indicating that this shouldn't be something where the Fever keep hold. I mean, you saw it in the first quarter. You could argue that you really only need that first 10 minutes to tell. That's what shot quality is kind of about. And yes, sure, things can change. Maybe you start noticing different things. You're watching the game, but it's a worthwhile platform. That's why we're here. You know, I wouldn't get up here and stream for this company every day if I didn't love them to death. If I wasn't out here probably expecting to use the data, whether I was officially a part of the company or not. That's kind of how I make my decisions of who to represent. So should tell you plenty. I might not represent this camera any much longer though, because it's tilted on me. Anyway, how's Plum doing?
Let's click in there and see what's up.
Let's see how our girl's doing. Kelsey Plum, 8. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Rakia's at 19, dude. She had 2 at the half. She has 17 points in 14 minutes. We should have taken alternate lives. I mean, that's just insane. She's absolutely taken over that game. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky have 2 points. 2 points in 5.5 minutes.
You know, that's awesome, right?
Absolutely getting bossed up, man. Just big brother, little brother, just forehead
awesome
to
is the term I'm going to use. That's pretty sick. I know, not for them, but it's cool nonetheless.
I mean, at this point, you're just bringing the subs. Game is over. Money line is off the table.
You can't
even get down at. You can't even put down like $30,000 to win 100. They won't take it.
I'm telling you, if you're the coach, you get in and play. Out of pure anger.
Fun. I mean, again, it makes it definitely tough to take the 23.5, but in terms of the way the teams are playing and the way that the shots are being taken, this is mostly because one team got exceptionally hot. All right, Sabrina Ionescu is absolutely on my list of players I should stop messing around with, because what is she doing?
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's dead. Might as well put the X on that one. Dear God. Well, she had 8 for 3, right? So she's taking one shot pretty much?
Yeah, it's not great.
Way to go, Justin.
Thanks, Musa. Thanks. Man. All right. I don't know. I don't think there's much left to find in these bets. I mean, maybe you want to go under on Sophie Cunningham for the Fever. But we're so close to the end here. I don't know if I wanna. Natasha Howard is going to be tight on that one. Under 16.5 though, looks pretty good. I mean, there's plenty of time to play, but I'm not mad. She scored 4 since we went in. She has 3 fouls. You could take Cunningham. Hot here. Oh, but 14.5, basically saying, is she going to hit another 3? I'm okay. You looking anywhere? This game's almost over. We're not betting this one. Stevens certainly on the bench. We just need that one Kelsey Plum bucket. Come on.
I got what I wanted out of it. I got Rakia Jackson. We
hit the squad ride, baby. We hit the music. We hit the bet. If people tuned in and just took that one, at least they're not mad at us.
Unfortunately, everything else doesn't look so hot though, because the Fever are going to blow by their team total. Sabrina Ionesco is not going to.
There's a lot of time for Sabrina. That's the one thing. She just like a full quarter for a player who is supposed to be the closer. I wouldn't be shocked. Like, it wouldn't be the worst double dip at this point. But I'm not doing it because I already have a unit on it for the pick of the day. So it already essentially was. I'm good. I mean, I don't even know what the line's going to be right now. But for argument's sake, when we come back on Thursday, let's see if she gets to 7, because that's what the line would be right now, 6.5. Can she score 4 points in the fourth quarter? I would say yeah. So we'll see. But all right, it's pretty good. So let's recap. We'll see. Natasha Howard under 16.5. I can't believe Rakia Jackson, dude. That line was over. Do you remember what it was?
7.5.
7.5. She has 19 currently. That's crazy. Stevens under 15.5. She's on the bench, 15 on the dot. So that'd be quite the win. Crazy. We got some unders for LA and Washington, which looks like it's slowed down a little. Am I wrong? Have they kind of deadened the pace here? Yeah, back to 173.5. So 4 points have dropped off, and we're only 5 points away from that 168 line that, look, we've seen crazier double dips come back. Oh, 176. Someone hit a 3. I should shut up. We've never seen anything come back before. We spookied Chicago Sky at 24.5. I have not seen a line worse than that since. That's usually a good way to discuss really, really gross bets. Has the line gotten worse? No. Sitting 23.5, 22.5, 24.5. The game's settled. We are in end game. I don't know how. I don't think it's crazy to think it finishes between 20 and 23, 24. Just out of dignity. I think 25 is like a decent dignity line. We'll see. We'll see how right I am. Liberty down 6, still expected to bring that one in tight. And then Musa has Bantam under the Fever team total. We squad rided at 83. Oof. They're at 66 with a quarter left. That's going to be tight. That's probably not happening, my friend. That would take the Liberty really toughening up. They're probably not getting that one. That one looks bad. That one does look bad. But all right, a fun BetCast. You don't got to go anywhere though. Stay right here. We're just gonna do a little quick costume change, and not really. And we're gonna talk a little bit of college hoops. So thank you for watching ShotQuality Live BetCast. We'll be back Thursday, not Tuesday, Thursday, for more betting. And stick around. We're going to hang out and discuss a little bit about what we're seeing in some basketball out there these days. So let's do that. Let's do that. Weird. Not really used to this, Musa. But we're doing a little impromptu hoops chat, mega stream, whatever you want to call it. Gonna hang out, keep the fun going. Look, talk WNBA, we're not gonna. If a bet comes up, we're gonna shout about some of the things maybe we did. Apologies in advance. We had a good time just before this, recording a live episode of BetCast, which you can catch whenever there are WNBA games on at the same time. Right here on ShotQualityBets YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. No guests today, just a little in-house episode. Again, because we've already been here for an hour, so do forgive the bags under our eyes. But Musa, there's never a slow week in basketball. And there's been a couple things going on. We're going to look back a little bit. We're going to look forward a little bit. This episode, a little more condensed and going to be on both what we saw a little bit in NBA Summer League and a little bit of what we're expecting to see as we look forward to November, because some non-con schedules have dropped. And I'm a big St. John's fan, so I'm pretty excited about that one. But there's some pretty interesting tournaments already being arranged. I'm trying to make my Thanksgiving plans out west because I want to go to the Players era. But let's start with some Summer League. We just saw. Oh, dang. We just saw a pretty good look at some very young players coming in. And Summer League's so interesting because the level of play is a lot more even. So you don't have guys who are honestly probably eventually going to get to that full-fledged NBA starter level or role level contributor who are still fully invested in by teams, but very clearly aren't ready yet, right? So you have first, second year players going at it between each other, and you get some really good ball. I think it is a pretty good indicator of things to come, and obviously teams use it to fill out the back end of their rosters. But some guys that we know from college just recently as this season put on some good shows, play together with some interesting pairings that we might not have ever thought of back when they were playing at the D1 level. So I don't know, what stood out to you? I know you were talking a little bit about some key performers. I know the MVP was named recently, but what are you thinking? What are some of those names that are popping?
Yeah, it was nice to see a lot of names that I think we've forgotten about over the last year show out. Like, just speaking of dudes who, had strong performances from like a points per possession standpoint. Like Reed Sheppard was a top 5 pick in the NBA draft just last year. And the Rockets were one of the best teams in the NBA, and he didn't play. Like, he just didn't play. So to go out there, score 23 points per game, shoot the ball really well, not amazing by any stretch of the word, but like 32% solid. And that's a guy who at Kentucky was known for being super efficient. So that was fun to see. And it's always cool to, like, even if you go to Summer League and go by stats, I know he was a top pick, so you expected a little bit more out of him last year. And I know it didn't happen, but Summer League's good to see some growth, which should be. It's going into second year. You want to see something. But like guys like Drew Timme showing out, who was one of the best college players of the last 20 years. Let's be real with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, you got me looking up Reed Sheppard's stats because such an interesting player out of Kentucky. Was 98th percentile in 2024 in shot making rank. So not a schlub by any means, only 292 possessions, but 80th percentile in points per possession expectations, and was one of these players that, you want to get a good player, go get a Kentucky guard, go get a Kentucky wing. How often do we see players coming out of that school turn out to be well suited for the NBA speed, the NBA game? So not super surprised by any means to see Sheppard balling. Excited to see, the Houston Rockets are going to be just such a fun bunch of guys to watch. They're so young. And I think that leads to, honestly, feeling like you're watching college. I kind of felt like that watching the Thunder a little bit too. I don't know if you agreed, but this year the NBA has felt the most like college to me than it has in a long time. And I think that's because some of the college defenses have really permeated into. We lose Moose. But anyway, some of those college defenses have really permeated into the NBA just because they're so strategically relevant, right? We're going to see a lot of shell defense this year in college because it worked at the NBA level, but did it come from the college level first? And arguments could be made that yes, it did. Let me see. Let's text Musa. You good? I mean, man, I don't know. Musa? Please hang with us. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back with a little hoops chat. Musa, good to see you back there. We were just discussing, after a couple technical difficulties, we were just discussing the balance between how, I guess, strategically we see college and the NBA sort of work together, and that this might have been one of those NBA seasons, and I know you and I maybe pay attention to it less than other college or less than other basketball fans because we're so college-focused. But it felt like the NBA was a little college-ish, college-esque. The game itself felt a little bit more how the college game feels. Or maybe it's the college game getting to the NBA game, but do you agree that everything's kind of getting closer to melding together? I don't know. Maybe they're at least at the upper level of the college game. When we watched March Madness compared to when we watched the NBA. Of course, the low and mid-major levels are entirely different beasts, but the upper level of college, what most people watch, I guess, was pretty much, it felt like falling in line with the NBA or the other way around.
I mean, I think what's helping the game, at least in my eyes, was like who was one of everybody's favorite. I mean, you're going to be biased, but favorite stories in the NBA this year. I mean, it was the New York Knicks are pretty sweet to watch, and it's like their best player also happened to be a two-time champion at Villanova, the driving force behind one of the best teams.
And they teamed up with two of his college teammates.
Yeah, and then you even get guys like, I mean, Cade Cunningham had a great year this year, and he was must-see TV when he was at Oklahoma State. I think they lost to Oregon State in the round of 32, but still, like, that was fun. USC was a wagon, and Evan Mobley was like defensive player of the year this year. And when he was there with his brother, they were like one of the harder teams to bounce a couple years in a row there with his brother. At least I know he was one and done, but I think that year they made the Elite Eight. So it's cool to see teams like that, in my opinion. Like just looking at like the best players and just like MVP I'm looking at, or like six man Peyton Pritchard, Oregon, was a wagon when he was there. Ty Jerome, DeAndre Hunter got first.
There's a lot of college representation now.
Yeah. But like, I'm not talking just like you're like, no, they were solid in college. Like, no, these are the best. Like Ty and DeAndre were two of the best players when they won in 2019. Jalen Brunson was the best player when they won in 2018.
He was him.
Evan Mobley was probably the best center in college basketball. I mean, Luka Garza, I guess, but I mean, like, NBA wise, like he was legit. Like,
everyone knew Mobley where he was going, and I think he was younger than Garza at the same time, right? So,
but he wasn't one of those guys who was like, the fourth best player on his college team because he was 18, then he went pro. I'm looking at it right now. He scored 17 points per game, got 9 rebounds, played 34 minutes a game, shot 58% from the field, 30%. Like, the guy was an absolute beast at USC.
Monster.
So, yeah, it's one of those things where the best players that are winning all the hardware were also, like, just studs in college.
I like that. You got Coach Cal coming out to championship games, taking pics with his guys at the Olympics. Like, this is good for the college sport as well. I mean, it should be sold as the place where you're gonna find the next superstar and develop the next superstar. And that's not to say I have a problem with like the overseas game at all. I just, it's not as easy to follow. It's just not in our time zones, and got to have some pride for our NCAA. So it's good to see. I mean, I like seeing that it works out. I mean, I would say that, obviously the upper echelon of basketball stars currently circumnavigate college till now. I mean, I guess one and done for Embiid was an MVP, right? And then now SGA gets an MVP, but before that, it had been a lot of international stars. LeBron James didn't go to college. I think there's been some emergence of the college game back on the pro scene. Some of the best players are going to go to college. I mean, Wemby,
this year's MVP was one of, like, SGA was better than Kevin Knox was at Kentucky by quite a bit, and now
exactly. Yeah, and the other side is that Cooper Flagg could turn out to be one of the best players that has gone through Duke in a long time and could win MVPs. Like, that's not far-fetched. It's going to be hard because, again, good Lord, the West is absolutely loaded. And at some point, Victor Wembanyama is going to get all of his alien superpowers. I can't wait. I love that kid. I wish he went to college. But again, what are you going to do? I mean, they're young kids coming in from other countries. They're not going to go through the American system the same way. They do sometimes, but the ones that are that level go on the Luka Doncic path of playing for clubs from a young age and get drafted very differently. So it's.
But listen to this. This is interesting.
I'm listening.
10 years ago, right around 10 years ago, the first team All-Americans, Sean Kilpatrick, Doug McDermott, Shabazz Napier, Jabari Parker, Russ Smith. Like, Doug McDermott, solid role player. That's about it in that group. Next year, Willie Cauley-Stein, Jeremy Grant, Frank Kaminsky, Jaleel Okafor, D'Angelo Russell. Year after that, Malcolm Brogdon. It gets a little bit better. Malcolm Brogdon, Buddy Hield, Bryce Johnson, Tyler Ulis, Denzel Valentine. But even like now we're looking at Zach Edey coming in being really good. This year, Cooper Flagg, Walter.
And we're waiting for Donovan Clingan to take that next step. Like, there are just dudes. There's just dudes. I don't know. Am I crazy?
No. Jaime Jaquez, second team, 2022-23. He had a big rookie year. He was a big piece. I know Tyler Kolek didn't do anything really with the Knicks, but what kind of
Kolek's going to, though. I mean, I don't know if you've seen did you see what he did in the summer league?
He cook or what?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think he did all right. I think he had at least
a 3-point shooter.
He had a 25-point game at least, right? So let's see. They played 5. What is this? How is there an April 13th game? That's just the season? Where's summer league stats? Let's see. 7-17. He dished out. He had 14 points, 6 of 15, 0 of 6 from 3. Not great. They lost the Pacers. He scored 25 in the win. He shot 7 of 17, 5 of 12 from 3, 4 assists, 4 steals, 2 rebounds, and a win by 4 over the Nets. And that was kind of it. But I don't know. I see a highlight reel. And I saw a meme of Jalen Brunson watching him. So, like, that's good. I think he's going to be pretty decent. I think he's going to be pretty decent. I think it's an interesting testament to Marquette and how they do, and obviously a lot of eyes on how both him and Cam Jones do in their careers. Because Cam Jones went to the Pacers, right? So that'll be interesting.
So?
Yeah. He was drafted by the Pacers, second round, 38th overall. So that'll it's pretty similar to where Kolek went when he was drafted. I think he was 34th pick in the second round. So almost exactly the same for the Marquette guards. So we'll see how they turn out. I think pretty similar. And I'm excited. Look, as a Knicks fan, I am pretty excited for the season. But let's talk a little. Speaking of the season, we got, of course, there's a lot of interesting things being floated around in the college basketball sphere. People talking about roster development, all that type of stuff, and we'll have plenty more episodes about how rosters are coming together. In certain conferences, previews, all that stuff. It's far too early to actually get into that, in my opinion. And I mean, you can. What I want to talk about some of the scheduling that we're seeing. I want to talk about just on a very zoomed out meta sense, Moose, who's done a good job, who you're excited to see in some of the bigger tournaments that are coming up. I'm really excited for the players era, just at a sense of getting these matchups. I know a lot of people aren't excited about it for what it does to some of the other tournaments and that, the money and how NIL is impacting things. We could talk about that too. But, you look at the players era, you look at some of the matchups that we're getting, and I'm going to put them on the screen right now, and we'll talk about those. But it's looking pretty real. And I'm excited to start, I guess, dissecting what we're going to see from some of these teams. Let me make this look the way it's supposed to for us here. That ain't right. Okay. But, I mean, this is out in Las Vegas. We have, honestly, some pretty major matchups already scheduled for November 24th. So, you know me, I'm going to be out there watch St. John's against Iowa State, but you got Gonzaga, Alabama off the bat, 6:30 p.m.
These are just marked tournament teams are going.
What do you mean? Is
Auburn,
any team
Zags, Alabama, Michigan, Creighton, Baylor, Tennessee. Tennessee's going to be interesting. No more. What was homeboy's name? Zakai Ziegler. He was there for like 7
Zakai Ziegler and who else got drafted?
Lanier and
Lanier was so nice. He was like a great shooter, great defender.
But their whole backcourt's gone.
Yeah. So that's an interesting reload. But Rutgers is probably the non-tournament team here.
No, they weren't last year with the 2 top 10 picks.
I should have realized. Yeah, but you got Keon Anthony going up against Houston early there.
Watch Rutgers be better now that they don't have those guys.
Well, I think you're going to see a little bit of a different type of focus. So you might see some better examples of team basketball, which could lead to some wins rather than maybe relying on some individual basketball to lead to those wins. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But, I mean, you're going to get some very interesting tastes here. And we can, obviously just admiring the schedule isn't exactly great content, Musa, but I can ask you a good question. How much weight do you usually give things in late November for, tournament credence? Like, did you see stuff from Florida last year in November that could have led you to make that pick? Are you going to be looking for those same things here to try to find your champion as we get a pretty big tournament? And there's plenty on the line here, right? Like, players era is exciting. There's financial considerations. And, I mean, we've seen it this season. These players are chasing the bag. They're chasing the bag. It's fine. I love it, but they are.
They won so many damn games last year that the top four schools, those 1 seeds, Duke, Florida, Auburn. Florida won 36-4. So yeah, I'm going to put credence in these tournament games for sure, because a real tournament caliber team's not going to go out there and lose both games, in my opinion.
I like it. I don't think you're wrong.
Let's go to Florida's schedule. Last year, I'm trying to say, okay, North Carolina, I don't play it at the Spectrum Center, neutral court, 190-86. Played Arizona State, neutral court, 83-66. Wichita State, Wake Forest. They swept the neutral court games. I guess you can count South Florida, but I'm not going to. This can be fun.
So, yeah.
That's what I'm getting at.
So you're looking for a team that can win on neutral courts, that, is probably – because – I don't know. It's a really interesting conversation, because a lot of people say, oh, well, no one has their feet under them. No one's playing with everything that they're going to be playing with. No one has their rotation set, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So then is it a moot point? Or are you saying that, the developments from the champion throughout the season are going to be that much greater than the developments from everybody else? I think the argument can be made and is evidenced by teams that do well in the neutral court doing well in the neutral court later in the big dance. These games matter. Preparing, being able to get your team together to win when they're not prepared is an important predictor, because you very well, like I would argue, you're usually not prepared for the 4th round matchup in the tournament. Your regional final. You're usually not prepared for your regional final. You can scout your regional final as much as you want. You can say you've scouted your regional final opponent as much as you want. But the fact of the matter is that first weekend, you got the book on your first matchup. You're a higher seed. You're probably not super worried. You probably have your assistants on. You're
saying your Sweet 16 or your
Elite 8
matchup.
Yeah, your Elite 8 matchup. I'm saying these tournament games are essentially Elite 8 practices.
Yeah. No, they are.
Because
that's really good point.
Sure, the other side might not know their rotation, and thus you might not be able to get that same scout on them. But at some level, you have to adjust. You have to get your guys to play good ball. And I don't know, some of the intangibles that maybe you can't model out show up, lead to results, lead to W's in the win column. And it makes me pull my hair out. All those things of you have to be at this point in Ken Pom at this date and this, that, and this, and do that. The 12th person in adjusted efficiency by the 3rd week of December has to clip their left toenail and dance around 5 times to make it to this Elite 8. Those things work, right? Florida was one of those teams that was efficient enough offensively and defensively throughout the season in Ken Pom and didn't break all the rules.
You're preaching.
So you better look for the rule set here. You better look for who it looks good. Keep your eyes peeled. Watch this stuff closely. Who adjusts? Who has good second halves? Who's down 15 points, gets punched in the face and battles back? Who does the punching? Who gets the kill shots in November? Because
it all adds up.
Right. It does. And it all evens out. Because at some level, why can you justify the unpreparedness of just one team and not discount the same unpreparedness of the other team in terms of readiness, in terms of how much time they've played together? Everybody's pieced together in the portal now. Maybe you have a holdover or two at the high major level. How many? All right, Musa, here you go. How many big name holdovers are in this Players Era tournament? Like how many starters that really impacted their teams are still at their schools from last year?
Emmanuel Sharp, that's the big one. You can say what you want about that last minute of the national championship, but Emmanuel Sharp's Emmanuel Sharp. Like that's a good basketball player. Make the jokes all you want.
Yeah,
that's
he's
legit.
a great basketball player. There's one.
I'll
go Zuby Ejiofor is 2. Cool. And who's at Tennessee? Who say at Tennessee? Who say
Tennessee's nobody because Tennessee is. I mean, if we're talking like true impact players, nobody. I mean, I think their center's back, but he scored like 6 points a game. So Felix Akpara's back, but that was like a rotational big. Creighton, let me check Creighton really quick.
Kalkbrenner's gone.
Wow, Creighton's almost a whole new team. My God,
literally, most of these teams are pretty new.
St. John's is a whole new team,
except for Zuby and Ruben Prey. Yeah, and I guess they have they got Lefty as well.
Graham Ike.
Yep. Oh, he's still. Yeah, that's a big one. I guess that's.
But you're not getting those teams. You're not getting like the Virginia when they won, and the next year that they ran back Ty, DeAndre, and Kyle.
So I mean, again, I guess my point here, and a very interesting one to make, is if the playing field's even, if everybody's dealing with the same amount of readiness, you can't start practicing until a couple of weeks ago now.
Is there any ball handlers that came back? It's a real question because I just named bigs.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you want to talk about a crazy project in ball handling. I mean, you got St. John's, who is some of the major players in college basketball are ranking St. John's as the top 5 roster.
Oh, I'm just like, okay, Emmanuel Sharp.
Their point guard didn't play point guard last year.
No, I get what you're saying.
Ian Jackson didn't.
Braden Smith. Looking at other teams.
It's going to be fascinating. This is a fascinating couple of games, and it's back to back. So like I love that. I mean, you're going to see me taking notes on November 25th, man. St. John's has a bone to pick with Scott Drew too. That is a great rematch.
They not like shut.
Oh no. It's just that buzzer beater from Roach in the Bahamas after the clock operator didn't start the clock properly, kept St. John's.
That's right. You're at that game
because they beat them in like a double overtime, 100-99. And one of the few losses St. John's took. And of course, it matters. It matters because they ended up having to play freaking Virginia, who was supposed to be good in that tournament. And that was supposed to be Tony Bennett. He pulled out before the season.
Quit like a week before the season.
Right. So all of a sudden, Virginia's a nothing burger. And now St. John's is stuck playing them with the 1-point loss in the second game instead of getting to match up against Tennessee and potentially get another quad 1 win. Or at least a loss against a good team. I mean, they dominated Virginia, but, I mean, does that change their seed line? Do you avoid Arkansas? Do you avoid the SEC?
Nah, you should have won that game. The metrics were also terrible. Let's remember how bad St. John's metrics were. I know you don't want to hear that, but they were bad.
I know, man. I know. I watched that game. I watched it many times. I had to hang up my coat. I brought the Letterman to Vegas, and I had to hang it. Took it on the plane, bro. I thought they would at least
on the way out. Like were people looking at you?
I had to. I couldn't pack it. I had to wear it home.
It's kind of sad.
I had to wear a $1,000 St. John's jacket home on the plane. Well, to be fair, I didn't go directly home, so at least I wasn't flying home from Vegas with all the other gamblers who went out for March Madness on that Sunday back to New York with a St. John's jacket on, absolutely wanting to, jump out the pressurized cabin. But But it was still bad. Like a week and a half later, flying back from LA because I went out to LA. My buddy got tickets at Cosm, that immersive sports bar where it feels like you're on the floor.
I've seen that. Yeah.
And so what we did the Tennessee Kentucky game at Cosm, but a couple days after that, I had to put my tail between my legs, wear my St. John's jacket home. So hopefully not this year, man. That jacket's coming back out to Vegas, and we're going to proudly wear it home because they're going to make the second weekend, and it's all going to start with this win over Scott, Drew, and Baylor.
I was going to say, just make the second weekend.
Yeah, make the second weekend. Beating Iowa State's going to be interesting. And then, this tournament has this Premier Four. There's a championship game. There's consolation games. It's going to be fun. And it's going to be all out in Vegas. Hopefully, I'll be out there, get some tickets, go to a bunch of these games, do some sideline reporting, get some sideline bet casting going. But the first Premier Four for the Players era is coming up. And I think it's going to be pretty predictive. Like I would go on record here now, 3.5 months before this tournament begins, 4 months before this tournament begins, saying that one of the 4 teams from the Premier Four, I bet make the Final Four.
I mean, I feel like that's an easy bet to make. So it was a loaded lineup.
So you think the high odds on that?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's crazy because there's 300 whatever teams, but you cut off about 175 of them right off the rip.
Yeah, I was gonna say 100. You could cut off. Unfortunately, you can if you want to be realistic, dude. Yeah, you could probably get rid of 240 teams off the bat. Probably 120 teams with a non-zero chance.
Because you got the to get to the Final Four. I mean,
no, to win the championship.
Oh,
120 teams could to make the Final Four. I think a lot more teams have a chance.
You preaching?
Because you could sun run for 4 games. That's all it is, 4 wins. And you can get a couple lucky draws and some good matchups, and all of a sudden you're GM of the Celtics.
You're right. You're GM.
Get a little lucky, couple good defensive schemes. Everything's got to line up for sure. It's not like a schlub could do it. But either you end up as the GM of the Celtics or you're at Marquette still, and you're just one of the best road dog bets there is. Mm-hmm. I digress. No betting talk around here. We can take a quick break in the action to talk that the Liberty absolutely spanked up the Fever to end that game. It looks like the Sky are going to cover that line. It's going to be tight. And we did not win our totals.
Yeah, no kidding, sir.
But man, Liberty
hit the first bet though.
Liberty said, "Look, this is our house." You're scoring 10 points in that fourth quarter. Sabrina Ionescu. Oh my God, she has 13. Get out of town.
I won, right? I had 12.5, didn't I?
Oh no.
That's a winner. I thought I waited for it.
That is a winner. I can't believe she's done this. Look at her, Moose. Nice job, bud.
It was all me.
All right. We'll cut this out. For this. I'll have to cut this out. We can't talk bets. No betting talk on the show when it goes up tomorrow. The live streams all exist just on the streaming tab of the YouTube. Of course, you can go check those out whenever. But we do edit the videos for the posts. I'll probably get that done today, tomorrow, and then we'll tweet it out, all that good stuff. But thank you all for watching. I think that's about it, Moose. I mean, I don't know. What are you feeling? Any other bold takes for Players Era for college basketball tournament season? I mean,
No, I mean, I think this airs. I think the day. This is probably a BetCast day. Let's be real.
Well, here's the byproduct, and we can finish off with this. The Maui kind of died for this, right?
Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. This is better though.
Is it? Because we got what? Your alma mater, Arizona State. And then a bunch of colleges that I've collected gear from because they're mid-majors. I mean, Seton Hall is going to Maui. Texas is going to Maui with, what's his name? Old Xavier coach. What?
Chris Mack's not their coach, is he?
No, they just hired, what's his name? I'm blanking.
Miller?
Yeah, they just hired Sean Miller out from Xavier. Yeah,
Chris Mack, I went so deep.
Yeah, you went a little. You literally, I was like, that's technically a correct Xavier coach
from like 2000.
Max is going to see this and get mad at us. But I think that's Chaminade's logo up there at the top. USC going, WSU. I mean, that's again, go Pack, sure, but Boise. I don't hate it, but it's not. It's not.
Boise was the big one.
What is Seton Hall doing? What is Arizona State doing? What is
let's not forget how
Wolfpack doing?
Dude, Seton Hall was horrible last year. Horrible.
I think it'll be an up year, and this is a buy.
It has to be an up year.
I think this is fully by coincidence. I'm a big fan of the coaching they got in place there at the very least. So they'll be all right. They'll be all right. Woof. Hey, we Chicago Sky lost by 23. Amazing. All right. We got look, it's an interesting discussion. And I think, with such big changes to the structure of being able to play in different tournament styles and pay players differently, you're going to get stuff like this. You're going to get changes to college basketball. I don't know.
I like it. You're not going to hear me shit talking the players there. Okay. I'm a fan.
All right.
Dude, that's wall-to-wall hoop, and it's good hoop at that. You could even, like, Maryland's good. I know UNLV has been kind of...
Yeah, look, that's going to be interesting. UNLV... they're going to be competitive. San Diego State, always competitive. I'm excited to see that Michigan team. Michigan has got to be up there in teams that could win the ring this season.
Let's see.
Michigan,
what are they?
Michigan sports have been doing very well in general. Detroit Tigers look good. Detroit Tigers look good.
Oh, they got Yaxel. That's right.
Wait, did I say Detroit Tigers twice? Yeah, Detroit Tigers look good. Detroit Lions look good.
Detroit Pistons played the Knicks well.
I mean, they're definitely on the up. It's a great time for Michigan sports, I gotta say. Good time for New York sports, definitely. It's
horrid time for Arizona sports.
It's a horrible time for like Boston sports.
No, they want
Northeast sports are in the toilet. Patriots, Celtics, Boston Red Sox reign at least seems to have ended for now. Florida just got a Stanley Cup, but I mean, I don't know. Tampa Bay, Miami, they were like title town for a minute, right? So hopefully I don't know. I mean, who knows? Who knows? I like it. There's a lot of parity in sports right now. You don't see a lot of repeats. What UConn did is insane because of it. And we should give Dan Hurley a lot of respect.
Deserves all the respect in the world. And Bobby.
Well, yeah. But all right, Musa. Let's get out of here. We'll double dip mega stream here tonight, Tuesday, July 22nd. Little BetCast, which looks like it did nicely. Little hoops chat. Get that edited up in the morning. Thank you guys all for watching. We'll get the clips out. You'll see it around. Check in next week for hopefully a nice guest, or at least the three of us just talking a little basketball at the very least. We want to have just a little hoops chat. So we do every Tuesday night at 9:15. So we'll see you back here this time next week, of course, presented by Shot Quality. Thank
Play
you
the
so much
music.
for watching. What was that, Musi?
Said play the music.
Play the music, baby. There's no music yet. We gotta figure that out for
Oh, shoot.
HoopsChat. We just hit the deuces and get out of here. So we'll see you later.